Ladies and gentlemen, the artist formerly known as Elias. Hello, I am the star, the artist formerly known as Elias. But it seems in the last 7 days things have changed. My life has changed. My experience has changed. For many, many years, I drifted, I traveled the world. I went to Paris, I went to Tokyo, I went to London. I went everywhere, you name it, and the artist formerly known as Elias went there. But eventually the Elias World Tour came to an end. And I've drifted my way into a place called Impact Wrestling. And I know many of you want me to perform for you tonight. But Impact Wrestling has not earned a performance from the artist formerly known as Elias. So I leave you on this note. The artist once known as Elias has arrived to Impact to begin my newest album. But for now, I've heard there's a thing many people do around here. And that's that they say his name.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Hello, LS11 Universe, and welcome back to WWE 2K23 Universe Mode. We are here on Impact Wrestling on the road to Sacrifice. We are kicking things off tonight. Well, we kicked things off with the debut of the artist formerly known as Elias, who appears to have signed with Impact Wrestling. And now we move into our first match of the night after Elias is introduced and one of the men who will main event Sacrifice in the big 6-man tag team matchup against the Main Event Mafia. He has said his name and he has appeared. Joe Hendry making his way down to the ring. If you saw the bracket we posted last week, Joe Hendry's done pretty well so far in the LS11 World Cup for channel members, which also, starting this week, we officially convert the LS11 membership indie shows into a full-blown membership Ring of Honor series, which is incredibly exciting. That starts this week. If you want to know what the card for that first week of Ring of Honor is, you can see on this week's Ring of Honor, you can see the Ring of Honor 6-man tag titles on the line with Apostasy against Time Machine. You can see Mercedes Martinez versus Sky Blue, Miro versus Johnny Honor, as well as Matt Cardona defending the Ring of Honor television title against a returning star to Ring of Honor who is going to be revealed when you watch that episode. But here comes Joe Hendry's opponent tonight, the leader of the design. Here comes Deonna to the ring. Deonna making his way down to the ring, Khan by his side. Of course, last week, Hendry took out Khan, left him laying with a standing ovation. He looks to do the same to the leader of the design tonight. So the design making their way to the ring. I do want to say it is just very nice to have the design back. Deonna has grown on me a lot as just a character since I started watching Impact more frequently, and the fact that there wasn't any good created wrestlers of him until now was a little annoying. So Deonna and Khan have made their way to the ring. Almost enough to make a guy want to learn how to do mods for himself, but I don't know if I've got the patience for that. That being said, the design have made their way down to the ring. Deonna and Khan are here. And Joe Hendry and Deonna are going one-on-one in our first matchup of the night. As there's a right hook from Deonna. Hendry hits him with a hip toss. Hendry, I asked him earlier why he's having so many TV matches right now, especially with the World Cup going on and that big 6-man tag. And Hendry said that the Main Event Mafia cost him months He's got to make up for lost time. 1. No, a kick out from Deonna. Deonna saying about, yeah, no, Hendry said that he's got to make up for those 2 months of lost time that the Main Event Mafia caused him when they took him out at Under Siege. 2. No, a kick out from Joe Hendry. As now, Deonna getting Hendry up. He's got him in the air. Hendry rolls out of it now. Joe Hendry grabs onto him. No, Deonna answering back with elbows, knocking back Joe Hendry. Hendry turns around. Deonna grabs onto him and throws him across the ring. Hendry staggering back to his feet. Deonna pulls him in, and Deonna takes out the arm. Pulling back on the arm now is Deonna. He's got Hendry down, and now Hendry getting back up to his feet. Deonna. Ooh, Hendry with a chop block taking him down. And now Deonna's got Hendry. He's grabbed him by the legs, and Deonna tying up the legs of Joe Hendry. He turns him over, surfboard stretch, and a chop into the back of Joe Hendry. Deonna going up to the top rope. Deonna looking to fly. What's he thinking here? The leader of the design. Diving headbutt on Joe. Into a cover for the 1, 2. No, Hendry kicks out. And now Deonna's got the arm. Deonna knee into the arm of Joe Hendry, taking him down. Kicked in the head now. Joe's got him down. Joe Hendry kicking away at Deonna repeatedly. Joe Hendry, he's got him down. Hendry with another kick. Deonna rolls back to his feet. Hendry runs in. Deonna DDT, taking him down. Hendry now grabs onto him and rolls him through. Hendry for the 1. No. And now Deonna floats over. Hendry. What a lariat from Joe Hendry. Turns him inside out. Hendry getting him back to his feet now, and Joe Hendry into a clothesline. Deonna off the ropes. Hendry. Back body drop. Joe Hendry into spine buster. And now Joe getting him back up to his feet. Scoops him up on his shoulders. Joe Hendry's got him up. Hendry, look at the strength. Drops him. Oh, and now Khan. I guess Khan hasn't quite remembered the beating Hendry gave him last week. Deonna grabs onto Hendry. Throwing him into the corner now, and Deonna. No, countered by Hendry. Hendry puts him in the corner now, and Joe Hendry knocked back by Deonna. Hendry. Headbutt. Taking him down. And now Joe with Deonna. Here we go. Joe Hendry's got a hold of him. Sends him off the ropes. Hendry pops him up. He's got a hold of him. With a slam. Hendry into the cover on Deonna. He's got him down. But the referee seems to be distracted by Khan at the moment. And now Hendry getting yelled at by the big man. Hendry had a visual 3 count on Deonna. And now Deonna tries to grab Joe Hendry. Hendry finds the counter, and Joe Hendry for standing ovation. Into the cover for the 1, 2. What? Hendry putting the boots to Deonna now, and Deonna back to his feet. Grabs onto Joe Hendry. Northern Lights taking him down. Hendry rolling over now, and Deonna's got a hold of him now. Deonna with the arm of Hendry. Kicks him in the ribs. Goes for a kick. Hendry rolls through. He's got a hold of him. Deonna rolled through now by Hendry. Joe for the 1, 2. Oh, he got him! Joe Hendry got him. Joe Hendry with the win over Deonna. He got him. Oh, hang on a minute. Look out, Joe. Deonna. Throwing Joe back into the ring. Hendry telling Deonna, are you going to do something? Then do it. Hendry and Dean are now squaring up. Joe Hendry with a right hook. Hendry hits him with another standing ovation. Hendry with the win again. See what happened there? The design or a joke? Last week you watched Kaz handle business for the Main Event Mafia. And now, somehow, some way, that dumbass, illiterate old man has a shot at you two at Sacrifice. Partner of his choice. We don't even know who it is. He's not giving any kind of hints. No one's heard anything about it. So you two are going to handle the Scott Steiner problem. I hope I make myself deadly clear, gentlemen. Now, between you and me, just confidence here, YouTuber to fans, I don't think Samoa Joe's happy right now. But we are moving into some tag team action up next, folks. And Ray and I are trying a little something now. We're trying to push forth a little initiative, might be the right word for it. You know, we've noticed that the comment section is a little more quiet lately, so you know, I always want to hear from you guys. Always be sure when you watch these episodes, tell us what you enjoyed about them. That's the only way we know what we need to keep doing, who we need to push more, who we need to do more with, what stories are working, what stories aren't, so on and so forth. And you know, if you do have, and I will say, if you do have criticisms, we listen to them. I'll ask that you say, hey, you know, this didn't work for me because of this, not, well, that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen, or something like that. Because, I mean, if you're just sitting there complaining about it and don't give us reasons why you didn't enjoy it, well, then I can't really do much for you. That being said, here come the opponents of Heath and Rhino tonight. The Embassy of Aron. Led by the intellectual savior of the masses, Aaron Stevens. On one side, he's got the Machine, Brian Cage. On the other, he's got the 7-footer, W. Morrissey. Who Morrissey's just so courteously squatted down during this entrance. I don't know why that happens, because you'll notice he gets back to his normal height after the entrance. So the Embassy of Aron making their way down to the ring. Morrissey and Cage. They, along with Heath, Ethan Page, as well as two others, who at the moment I'm blanking on for some reason. But in just a couple of weeks at Sacrifice, Heath, Brian Cage, Big Bill, Ethan Page, Steve Macklin, and Brian Myers, there we go, will all face off in a 6-pack elimination matchup, with the winner challenging Jeff Jarrett for the gold at our following pay-per-view, Under Siege, a few weeks later. So there we go. Now Big Bill and Heath are going at it. So here we go. It is Big Bill starting it off with Heath. And Big Bill is coming in like a house of fire. We're tagging in Brian Cage, and now Brian Cage enters the mix. And the Machine comes in with a clothesline, taking down Heath. Cage rolls him over into a cover now on Heath. Immediately trying to end it for the one. No. I would imagine Heath got out of that one. Brian Cage pulls him in, lifts him up. Powerbomb! And now Brian Cage getting him back up to his feet. Cage with Heath into the corner. Massive uppercut. Now Cage throws him across the ring. Went for a double axe handle. Countered. Cage countering. Heath's got a hold of him now. And Heath with Brian Cage. Taking him towards the corner. Head first. Into the corner goes Brian Cage. But now Cage. Clothesline. Remember Cage, when he first came back to Impact at the beginning of Season 4 last year, first turned his attention to Rhino. That's who he would beat it against all odds this time last year. Now he's taking the fight to Rhino's tag partner, Heath. Sent off the ropes. Brian Cage slams him down. Brian Cage now getting him back up to his feet. And Brian Right hook connects, kicks him in the ribs, pulls him in. Brian Cage going the net quickly for the Weapon X. Cover. Went for it, but there was Rhino immediately. It's Brian Cage immediately clobbering Heath again. Cage just beating the hell out of him. Brian Cage with a right hook to Rhino now, and Brian Cage grabs onto Rhino. Rhino in trouble. Brian Cage lifts him up, and back body drop on the apron. Heath now going to the outside. He's got Big Bill. Big Bill taken down with a DDT. Heath back into the ring. Brian Cage caught him. Lifts him up on his shoulders. F5 in the center of the ring. Cover for the 1, 2. No! Heath showing what he's made of. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, Heath actually beat Jeff Jarrett. For a clothesline, Brian Cage into a German, taking him down. Brian Cage once again wiping out Rhino, keeping the man beast out of the matchup. And oh! Heath flies out onto the machine, taking down Brian Cage with a splash. Brian Cage is down. Heath turns him over, and Brian Cage back to his feet, answers back. Brian, clothesline attempt. Heath got him, though. Heath's got him up on his shoulders, and Heath dropping him on the outside. Over at the count of 5 now. Heath getting him back up to his feet, and Heath throws him into the barricade. Down goes Brian. 6 count. See, Aron is barking orders. 7. Brian Cage is down, and now Heath. Turnabout's fair play. Taking out Big Bill again. Down goes Rhino. We're right back where we started. Heath now throwing Brian Cage into the corner, and Heath goes for a kick. Brian Cage counter. Brian Cage swings him around. Discus clothesline to Heath connects, and now Brian getting him back up again, and Brian Cage pulls Heath in, lifts him up for Drill Claw. Cover. 1, 2. Rhino making the save at the last possible second. See, Rhino slid in at the last moment and made the save for Heath. Heath has just been beat down 2-on-1 this whole match. Rhino's yet to get tagged in. Tag is made back to Big Bill. And punch in the gut from Bill. Big Bill with Heath over the top rope. Grabs onto him. Right hook connects. And Heath goes down thanks to Big Bill. Bill grabs a hold of him now, getting him back up to his feet. And Big Bill throwing Heath into the barricade. Getting him back up to his feet. Referee at the count of 2. Heath. And the ribs from Heath to Big Bill. And now Heath has got a hold of him. Cutter to Big Bill. Taking him down. Referee at the count of 4. Heath saying, come on. He's got Big Bill by the back. Heath stomps him. Referee at the count of 6. And Big Bill. Clothesline. 7 count. Heath is down. 8. Heath getting back to his feet. Oh, Rhino taking off the apron. Shoulder block from Bill. And Big Bill. Oh! With the last second block. Keeping Rhino out of this one. Heath so damn close to getting the man beast in here. But again, Bill and Brian, Big Bill and Brian Cage, every time Heath is so close to making the tag to Rhino. Big Bill and Brian Cage are there to cut him off as now, oh no, Big Bill driving Rhino into the mat on the outside. Heath back up on the apron and Heath back into the ring. Whoa, Heath with the DDT. Into a cover now on Big Bill for the 1. No! Bill kicking out at 1. There's a kick from Heath. And finally, Rhino's been tagged in. Rhino is in. As Rhino goes up to the top rope, Rhino looking to fly, but Brian Cage with a right hook causes him to get caught by Big Bill, who takes him down. And Rhino rolling back to his feet as Big Bill with the big boot. Out of there goes Heath as well. Cover on Rhino. 1, 2, no! And Rhino spine buster. Grabs a hold of him now, Rhino with Big Bill off the ropes. Another one. Another spine buster taking him down as Rhino getting him back to his feet, countered by Big Bill. Now Rhino has got all of Big Bill taking him towards the ropes. He's got him in the ropes now, and Big Bill, here we go, he's hung up off the ropes. Big Bill taken down by Rhino. And now Rhino's got him, turns him over, kicks him in the back. Big Bill is down, Rhino hits the ropes. No! Big Bill sends him face first off the canvas. Kicks him in the ribs, and Big Bill, he's got Rhino up. Big Bill, no. Rhino countered. Rhino into a Thez press. Rhino has got Big Bill down, getting him back up to his feet. Bill counters. Whoa, went for the boot. Rhino got him with a massive clothesline. Tag is made back to Brian Cage. And now Rhino! Gore! A gore to Brian Cage! Cover! 1! Brian Cage kicked out at 1. That's why he's the damn machine. And a kick into the face of Rhino. Down goes Heath. I don't think Rhino's going to get much help there. Brian Cage with Rhino deadlifts him into F5. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Just like that, the Embassy of Aron win. Just like that, Brian Cage and Big Bill not only build momentum for themselves on the road to Sacrifice, but also proving themselves here in the Impact Tag Team division. Got more coming up now. Yeah, so a lot of people want to know, Big Papa Pump, you're getting this tag team title match at Sacrifice, where the numbers don't lie. It's going to be a 50-50 chance between both teams, but we'll get into that another day. But yeah, a lot of people ask me, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, who are you teaming with to take down Beer Money? Well, I can't tell you who my partner is right here, right now, but what I can tell you is that my partner is going to come in, and he's going to help me exterminate the competition of the Main Event Mafia. That word choice frightens me a little bit. But anyway, we're going to move into some singles action up next, folks, as here comes one half of the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Overall, here come the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Deonna Purrazzo and Steph DeLander down to the ring. But Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, going to be in action tonight. Herself and Steph DeLander making their way down to the ring. Ready for some action tonight. Deonna Purrazzo going to take on one half of the former champions. We're going to have the rematch next week on Impact between them and, of course, the Beautiful People. So, Deonna Purrazzo and Steph DeLander make their way down to the ring. Here come the beautiful people, though. It's going to be Angelina Love in action tonight. Of course, remember, in just a couple weeks' time, 2 weeks from tomorrow, or no, 2 weeks, 8, shit, really already? A week from Saturday will be Sacrifice. I forgot that we did it that close together. A week from Saturday will be Sacrifice, where Mandy Rose of the Beautiful People will get her rematch for the Knockouts title against Hikaru Shida. So Mandy Rose, Angelina Love, and Velvet Sky making their way to the ring. We've kind of started to take a more interesting approach with Impact. We used to probably have 6 Impact pay-per-views a year and probably 4 or 5 TV specials a year. At least that's how we did in Season 4 and for most of Season 3. At this point, we're gonna increase that quantity of pay-per-views, and it's just gonna be a few less matches on pay-per-view, a little bit shorter pay-per-views, but with quicker turnaround on some stories. That way it doesn't feel like they're artificially extended by 2 months when they don't need to be. So Deonna Purrazzo and Angelina Love, without any further ado, here we go. As they lock up, I believe Steph DeLander knocked off Velvet Sky before Against All Odds recently, as now Deonna with a slap into the face of Angelina Love. Getting her back up to her feet now. Deonna grabs onto her, throwing her across the ring. Deonna Purrazzo with a kick. And again. And now Purrazzo with a chop to Angelina Love, taking her down. Deonna Purrazzo mounts her. Ground and pound, putting her down, punches her. And a kick in the ribs. Deonna Purrazzo now getting her back up to her feet here. Purrazzo kicking away at her. Purrazzo, no. Angelina Love grabs onto her, and Love with Purrazzo off the ropes, ducks under her, and leapfrogs her into, a knee into the back, and a takedown. And now Deonna Purrazzo, a clothesline across the back, into a drop kick, or went for a drop kick to the head. Out of the way went Angelina Love, so it's a big chop there, grabs a hold of her, pulls her in, getting her up on her shoulders now. She's got her up in a fireman's carry. Deonna Purrazzo answering back, getting out of it, and Purrazzo with another roundhouse kick. Purrazzo firing away, spinning back fist, knocking her into the ropes now. And Purrazzo turns her around, punches her in the back, and again, taking her down. And now Deonna Purrazzo with a kick to Angelina Love. Purrazzo mounts her, punching away at her again. Deonna Purrazzo now kicks her in the ribs. Purrazzo, no. Mandy Rose getting up in her face here. Mandy Rose. Whoa. Bulldog from Angelina Love, taking her down. Grabs a hold of her now and slams her by the back of the head into the mat. Getting her back up to her feet now. Purrazzo kicked in the head by Angelina Love. Cover for the 1, for the 2. A kick out from Deonna. Turns her over now. Angelina Love has got her down now, and Love goes for a kick. Purrazzo back to her feet. Counters. Knocking back Angelina Love, pulls her in, and Deonna with a flatliner takes her down. Getting back up to her feet, Deonna Purrazzo throwing Angelina Love into the corner and flips her across the ring into, for a double axe handle, no. Went for an elbow, did Angelina Love. Deonna Purrazzo countered. There's a hip toss from Purrazzo, taking her down. Angelina Love rolls out of the ring. Deonna Purrazzo is telling her to bring it on. Angelina Love getting back up to her feet now, and Deonna Purrazzo telling her to come on. Purrazzo pacing back and forth. Angelina Love comes in. Whoa! Purrazzo leapfrogging what I think was going to be a spear. Grabs onto her, taking her down into an armbar. Deonna Purrazzo with an armbar, but Angelina Love is in the ropes. And that's going to save her on that one. Pulling the boots to her now, runs in. Purrazzo caught into a neck breaker. And there's a crossbody to the outside. And now Angelina Love kicked in the head by Deonna Purrazzo. Purrazzo with a crossbody taking her down. Grabs a hold of her, getting her back up to her feet. Deonna Purrazzo with Angelina Love back into the ring. For the count of 4. Getting her back up to her feet. Angelina Love turned around by Purrazzo, and Deonna Purrazzo taking her back down into the armbar again. But another rope break. Angelina Love was right in the ropes on that one. Purrazzo putting the boots to her repeatedly now, kicking her down. Deonna Purrazzo has got her down. Runs in. Oh, chop block. Connects again from Angelina Love. Deonna Purrazzo staggering Angelina Love, gets her back up to her feet. Went for a kick. Purrazzo counter it, and Deonna swings her around into armbar. I don't think there's going to be a rope break on that one. That's it. The Virtuoso with the win. Just like that, Deonna Purrazzo picking up the victory. Purrazzo picking up the win over Angelina Love tonight. Our main event, Moose versus Samoa Joe, is coming up next. But first, I think we've had another little hint about who Scott Steiner's tag partner isn't going to be. Making a headway on finding out who that old-ass man is teaming up with? Well, I can tell you who he's not teaming up with. Yeah? Just got off the phone with Petey Williams. He's not even in town, so it's not going to be him. Good, good. Well, now we know one person who it's not going to be, at least. Not that Scott's got many more friends. I mean, what? Are you going to bring his brother out of retirement? Doubt it. Oh, by the way, Rude. Yes. Did you see that jackass who parked a motorcycle in Jarrett's parking spot? I did. Any idea what that is? Can't say I do. I'm getting a worse and worse feeling about Steiner's partner by the minute anyways. It's time for the main event. Here comes the man who was Impact World Champion when this whole series started almost 2 years ago. We have officially been doing LS11 Impact for a year and a half now, which is just kind of crazy to think about. Quite honestly, it's been a very wild ride, and I know it's a very random episode of Impact, but thank you again to everyone who's been here for so long. It truly is amazing to me that I get to do this for everyone. Anyways, Moose, who is going to main event Sacrifice alongside Joe Hendry and Josh Alexander to take on 3 members of the Main Event Mafia. Making his way down to the ring. Here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, the Impact World Champion. Here comes Samoa Joe, the leader of the Main Event Mafia, marching his way down to the ring. Samoa Joe has been a force to be reckoned with for quite some time now. So Samoa Joe makes his way down to the ring. The Impact World Champion is here. Joe and Moose, one-on-one. I know they've competed in a triple threat match against one another before, but I don't believe we've had a one-on-one match, which means I haven't gotten to say it about them yet. Allow me to take a drink there. Got a minor headache going on while recording this. But the big trucks is gonna eat the little trucks. Jeez, Moose. Just turned a backflip with that drop kick. Samoa Joe with a super kick. And you know Samoa Joe's not thrilled about what's going on with Sacrifice next weekend. He's got that big 6-man tag match against Hendry, Moose, and Alexander. And then we've already been told at Sacrifice we're going to find out who's challenging Samoa Joe at Turning Point in a few weeks. November 2023, Turning Point will be our next pay-per-view. The first, I believe the first week, if not early second week of November 2023. So 5-6 weeks out, which is kind of crazy to think about. Pop-up powerbomb from Moose. We'll find out who's challenging Samoa Joe at Turning Point next weekend at Sacrifice. Joe got the shoulders up immediately. Moose putting the boots to him now. Moose Kicking away on Samoa Joe, who is down, possibly out. Joe getting back up to his feet. Moose goes for that drop kick again. Samoa Joe grabs a hold of him now, and Joe pulls Moose in. He's got him up. Joe taking him down. Samoa Joe dropping him. Moose runs in. Went for another drop kick. Samoa Joe with a chop. Knocking him back. Joe. Whoa. Fires back, does Moose. There's that drop kick again. Samoa Joe is down. Moose went for an elbow. Joe out of the way. Samoa Joe grabs him. And now Samoa Joe, snapmare, takes him down, chops him in the back, kicks him in the ribs. Down goes Moose. Goes for a kick. Samoa Joe caught. Moose sweeping the leg. And now Moose coming up the ropes for senton. And with a boot into the face of Samoa Joe. And now Samoa Joe gets caught with a right hook. Moose coming up the ropes. Moose, oh, runs right into an elbow from Samoa Joe. And now Moose turned around by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, German suplex, turns him over. Now he's got a hold of him. Full Nelson takes him down. Samoa Joe grabs onto him and another takedown. Full Nelson, Chimera Plex there to Moose for the 1, 2. Moose getting the shoulders up. Moose rolls under the bottom rope. Samoa Joe's got him down. Moose is dazed. Samoa Joe falls on the outside, but Moose caught the world champion and throws him into the announce table. Down he goes, and now Moose is putting the boots to Samoa Joe. Moose is caught. Samoa Joe's got him up, and Joe drops him with a front stalling suplex. Referee at the count of 3. Moose picked up by Samoa Joe, and Joe has got a hold of him for, oh, a shot into the barricade, and here comes Samoa Joe. He's got a hold of Moose. Moose with a right hook, and now Moose. There's another drop kick taking him down. Referee at the count of 5. Here comes Samoa Joe. Clothesline. Taking down Moose. Referee has got it. Got him. Referee went for the count of 7. Moose with Samoa Joe. Sends him into the ring apron. Referee now, count of 8. Moose sends him back into the ring. Samoa Joe has not been pinned in a one-on-one matchup in almost 2 years now. And Moose is looking to become the first person to do that in such a long time. To give you all a frame of reference, the last time in his career Samoa Joe looked at the lights in a one-on-one environment was at SummerSlam Season 3 against Tommaso Ciampa for the WWE United States Championship. That's how long ago it was. Samoa Joe was still in WWE. As now Joe has got a hold of Moose. Sends him off the ropes, and now Samoa Joe. They collide. Moose sidesteps him, clothesline. Now Moose. Joe ducks him. Moose. Back body drop, and now Moose looking to become the one to beat Samoa Joe one-on-one. He's taking down the world champion, and Moose backs up into the corner. Here we go. Moose is looking to make Samoa Joe go to hell with the go to hell spear. Cover on Samoa Joe for the 1, 2. Joe kicks out, and that is why Samoa Joe has remained undefeated for so long. Moose kicking away at him. Runs in. Samoa Joe kicking out the legs of Moose. Moose now rolling for the ropes, and Joe following to the outside. Joe actually beat him to the outside there. Moose getting back to his feet. He and Joe collide. Moose sidesteps, knocking back Samoa Joe. Moose putting some separation between the two of them. Whoa. Counter for counter. Moose with a massive kick into the head of Samoa Joe. Getting him back up to his feet now. There's a right hook. Samoa Joe getting knocked back by Moose. Moose. Shoulder block to Samoa Joe. You know Moose isn't going to be content with just being the person to beat Joe by countout. If he's going to be the first person to beat Samoa Joe in singles action in that long, he wants to pin him to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. Moose runs in. Samoa Joe with a massive lariat taking him down. Moose, though, runs in. Shoulder block again. Moose setting the ropes. For senton. Getting him back to his feet now. Moose firing away on Samoa Joe. Runs in. Oh! Samoa Joe with a clothesline taking him down. There's a kick. Samoa Joe's got a hold of him. He lifts him up, and he drops him back first into the mat. Taking him down into a cover for the 1, No, Moose gets the shoulders up. And now Samoa Joe, springboard, forearm, taking down Moose. Joe has got him down, and Samoa Joe is telling Moose, bring it. Moose getting back to his feet. Samoa Joe. Whoa, look at that. Moose has got him up on his shoulders, and Moose. Oh, what a plant to Samoa Joe. Moose getting him back up to his feet for a jab. No. Samoa Joe with a punch in the gut. And there's a jab. Samoa Joe grabs onto him, throwing Moose off the ropes. They collide. And now Samoa Joe circling one another are Joe and Moose. There's a shoulder block from Samoa Joe to Moose. He's got him down. Off the ropes, Samoa Joe. Elbow drop on the Moose, taking him down. And now Joe has got Moose down on the outside. Moose is down and out on the floor. Joe turns him over with a kick, and now Moose, look out, taken down. Samoa Joe goes down. Moose getting him back up to his feet. Went for a jab, knee into the ribs. And now Samoa Joe. Massive Uranagi. Joe's got a hold of him, taking him down. Crossface. Crossface on the outside. Samoa Joe, on the other hand, won't take any issue with a count-out win. And I think we know this. As Moose and Joe just ram into one another. Back into the ring goes Moose. Samoa Joe going up to the top rope. Joe is perched up high. Samoa Joe went for an elbow. Moose out of the way. Moose coming in hot. Oh! Runs into him. Samoa Joe, German suplex. Bull Nelson taking him down, and Joe into the Chimeraplex. Cover for the 1, 2, kick out. Joe turns him around now, and Samoa Joe into rear naked choke. Locks it in around the neck of Moose. Moose is trying his damnedest to get out of it. Samoa Joe is wrenching it in. Moose in some serious trouble now. Moose. It's over. Moose goes down and out. Samoa Joe tapping him out. Moose tried his hardest, but tonight, Samoa Joe gets the win. A big win there tonight for Samoa Joe. Oh, and come on, now Beer Money, the tag team champions, assaulting Moose at ringside. We've seen this too many times now from the Main Event Mafia. Oh, now Josh Alexander is here, and he's taking the fight to Frankie Kazarian of the Main Event Mafia. But Kazarian answering back, and Kazarian going after Alexander now. And in the ring, Hendry and Joe going at it. Samoa Joe and Joe Hendry. Many people have said if anyone's going to take that title from Samoa Joe, you're looking at the man to do it. But Joe Hendry and Samoa Joe brawling at ringside now. The fight between the Main Event Mafia and the rest of the Impact roster is only getting more and more intense by the day. Oh, now Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner going at it. Jarrett throwing Steiner into the steps. Jeff Jarrett, the king of the mountain. The digital media champion. Oh my God, no. Pile driver to Steiner. Jeff Jarrett with a pile driver to Scott Steiner, and oh no. You know good and well what he's got in his hands. Jarrett. What the? Oh no. No, I didn't just see who I think I did. Jarrett, look out! That's Arnold Schwarzenegger! The Exterminator! Part of the OS11 broadcast team! Just came out of nowhere with a low blow to Double J and hands him in two! Steiner Screwdriver! The dream team is aligned! Scott Steiner's partner is Carnold Zanzanager. Until next time, everybody, I've been Xander, and that was Universe. Yes, I know it's stupid. That's the point.